Your perception is your reception. What you perceive is what you will receive, y'all. Every single time I listen to my podcast and he says this, I'm just like, yes, preach. And it's just been sticking in my head. And I said, today I have to make a video about this. This is the podcast that I listen to every single morning, the Positive Mindset podcast. And it is just amazing. It is amazing, amazing, amazing. A podcast that has really helped me to learn more about maintaining a healthy, positive mindset. I genuinely have always struggled with maintaining a positive mindset. I can fluctuate so much in my moods, and that used to be a big issue for me, and it used to stop me from being able to do a lot of things because I would be so stuck in a certain mentality, usually a negative one, because it's always easier to stay in a negative mentality than a positive one, and I wouldn't get out of that rut for a very long time until I started to understand what he meant by your perception is your reception. Anything can happen to you. It's just about how you receive what has happened, how you react to what has happened, how you internalize what has happened, what is happening around you, what has happened, what will happen. You need to have that perception. One thing that I used to be so stressed about is just the fact that, I've been graduated for a while now. I've been home for a very long time, and things just didn't go in the direction that I would have wanted them to go in. But I can't stress so much on that. Trying my hardest not to look into the past as well. I don't have regrets. So when something has been left behind in 2023, I've left it behind in 2023. I always try to force myself to not think about something that I literally cannot do anything about ever again. There's no point, there's no need. It's like you're tormenting yourself at the end of the day when you're constantly thinking about something that you can't deal with right there and then. How do you expect yourself to move forward? How do you expect yourself to have a positive mindset? Even if I worry and fret and think, oh my god, the days are going by and things are not going in my way, or this is not working out, or I'm not getting the money that I need, or I don't have the finances that I need for this, there's no point for me to sit and to be worrying about that. Now it's about what you do within that time that you're waiting for your blessings to come, that you're waiting for the doors to open. That's what's important. I went for a run for the first time in a really long time, and I've been wanting to go for a run. I've been wanting to be more active, be more consistent in my routine, waking up at 5 a.m, reading a book, being consistent with my posting schedule and my social media and everything. And I've done that. I'm so proud of myself. It's literally halfway through the day, and I feel so happy that I decided to choose myself and decided to not let all the things that are going wrong in my life affect my mentality. If I perceive life as something that is constantly happening to me, and everything is just going wrong, and not see life as this beautiful thing that you're supposed to take a hold of every single day, what am I doing this for? Everything will happen in your life for a reason. Therefore, you're supposed to find the reason. I can say that the reason why, I have not been able to get a job ASAP as soon as I quit my last job, I've not been able to do that. It's because I've been able to focus on the things that I really wanted to do. I'm not really making income from my YouTube yet, but I can't fret over that, you understand? I can't stress myself thinking, oh my gosh, if I didn't leave my job, I'd at least be having this much amount of salary by now. Maybe I would have had this much, because I don't even know what I would have been doing back then. I wouldn't even know where my mentality would be at. I don't even know what will be happening at that point in time. Maybe something could be going wrong in that environment. I don't know, but there's no point in me thinking about it. And I found myself in a cycle of thinking about this over and over again. And then I said, no, do you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to perceive my life as a beautiful, amazing, great thing, regardless of what's happening, regardless of whether I have all the money in the world or I don't have anything at all. You understand? I have to look at the things, the beauty in every single thing. Look at the blessings that I have. I have to be grateful for what God is opening for me. And a lot of the times you might see something as being bad, but it's actually beneficial for your life. I said to God, I wanted a couple of things. And I said to God, I want to be this, I want to be this, I want to be this. And by the end of the year, I want this, I want this, I want this. I'm sure he's like, bet, cool. I'm going to set it up like this for you. Do you understand? The plan's already there. Cool. It's going to be set up like this. Now you're telling me what you want. Cool. Let's go. And he's doing things in his timing, in his way. And I have to just be observant to what is it that I have to do within the process. Because it's all a process. It's all a journey. There's no destination. There's no destination. And I always used to feel like there's a destination. I have to get somewhere. I see people, I see my friends, I see people living a certain lifestyle or doing some certain things or being able to buy this and buy that and do this and do that and go out and, enjoy life. And I felt like I didn't even deserve to try to even enjoy life because my life is not giving me what it is that I want right now. God knows why he's put me in this position right now. God knows why life is the way that it is for me right now. And I'm supposed to see the reason. I'm supposed to find it. So every single day when I wake up and I decide, what am I going to do today? Am I going to choose myself? I can decide to literally sleep all day long, but I decided to tell myself that this is what I want, and every single day I have a schedule of what I'm gonna do from the moment that I wake up to the moment that I sleep. I know what I'm doing. I literally have a whole checklist, and that's what keeps me sane, because I know the vision that I have in my mind, and I know what I need to do in order for me to attain that. I know what I need to do in order for me to get to that point. A lot of people don't have time to be able to do the things that they love and the things that they want, because the world is happening, the system is happening, the jobs are going on, you're tired, you're exhausted, and I have to see the beauty in the fact that I have this time. I mean, to other people could be like, oh my god, you don't got a job. Ooh, anyone can look at that from a negative perspective, but there's no point in me looking at it from a negative experience, because I'm utilizing my time in a healthy and beneficial way. And that is the whole point of your perception is your reception. If I see myself and I see this life and I see what I'm doing as a good thing, then what I will receive is good things. You understand? Every single time I get a comment under my YouTube videos of people telling me how much the video helped them, how much I should keep on doing what I'm doing, I tell you how much it motivates me, y'all. Like, on the days where I feel like so exhausted and tired and like, why am I doing this? I'm not even getting money from this. Nothing is even going on. But I remember that I'm doing this because I love it. I'm doing this because I actually want to make a difference, and I want to share my voice, and I want to share everything within me with everybody else, and I want to share like a piece of me with the world. That's what I'm doing this for. It's not even about the money. Even when I'm doing my music, I stopped looking at how many streams or, you know, how much money is in the bank, because we all know as a musician we're getting 0.01 cents for a play, and it's very discouraging at times. But you have to remember why you're doing what you're doing. It's the same way of thinking about, why am I even doing this life thing? Am I doing this life thing so I can make so much money? Is that why I'm doing life? For myself, my perspective that I have chosen is that I am doing life so that I can share love, that I can share my knowledge, I can help people, I can grow, I can become better, I can become closer to God. You understand? I'm doing life so that I can have a very fruitful, eternal life. That is the choice that I've made. I'm not doing life for the sake of I need to work and get a job and have a house and have a car and live a life. I mean, all those things, fantastic, good, bonita, but what does that really do? And that is my perception, not anybody else's perception. That's my perception. So your perception is your reception. What you perceive is what you will receive. When you create a certain idea for yourself in your mind and you say that this is the way that I want my life to be, this is how I'm going to perceive myself, this is how I'm going to perceive my daily life, and this is what I'm going to do in order to create for myself a utopia inside my head, regardless what it looks like to anybody else. I was talking to my friends this morning about this. I was telling them how, you know, I have been feeling very, you know, low and lost a little bit and very lonely. You know, I spend a lot of time by myself. I spend a lot of time literally just me in my head and just trying to keep busy. This sometimes can lead to like serious loneliness. Like, I feel like we don't even talk about this enough, y'all. I feel like I would want to do a video about that, but you know, I've been feeling really, really lonely because I feel like sometimes, especially when you're scrolling, I feel like I'm in a position right now where I'm not really interested in being out and about. I feel like I'm really much focused on working on my projects and getting myself together, and that's where I am right now. But at the same time, it's not like I don't want to enjoy life, y'all. Like, it's not like I don't want to go out also and, you know, do things and have fun and everything. Of course I do, especially when I'm scrolling on TikTok and Snapchat and I'm seeing people going out and doing things and eating out and buying this and and going shopping. Like, I also want to go shopping. It was really starting to get to me a little bit, and I had to remind myself that this is my reality, that is their reality. It's got nothing to do with me. That's the perception that I'm living in now. I really wanted to share this because every single time I listen to my podcast, and I'm like, every time he says it, I always say it with him, and he's like, remember, your perception is your reception. Be the rising tide that lifts all ships. He says this at the end of every single podcast. It just reminds me to get back to myself and remind myself the light that I walk in, the light that I exude, and I'm deciding to live in the positive frequency and not the negative one. remember, your perception is your reception. You have the power to create the reality that you want to create for yourself based upon your mindset, based upon how you think about yourself and how you think about your life. It's not about what you think the reality of it all is. No, it's your perception of it. That's all that really matters. The blessings will come in their own time, but it doesn't mean that you must grovel and put yourself into a ball and sink yourself down and shrink yourself to be small just because you're not receiving everything you feel like you want to receive right now. This is a time for you to learn something. If you're sitting at home and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, my life is not going in the way that, do something for yourself. Wake up, start a challenge. I started the 75 hard challenge today. If anyone else wants to start, let's start together. I would really encourage y'all to start this. It's really giving me an insight into, you know, that point of resilience and deciding to choose yourself. I'm deciding to say that I love myself enough that I'm gonna work hard on a challenge that's really difficult, that's completely out of the norm of my everyday like routine, and have some accountability for myself to say, if I mess up on one day, I go back to zero. Your perception is your reality. So take whatever it is that you will from this message, but I really hope that you learn to understand that you can create the reality that you want to create in your mind, that the world will keep on going, the sun will come up, the sun will go down. Now it's your decision to decide what it is that you're going to do when you wake up in the morning. What is it that you're going to do for the day? Are you going to choose yourself today and forever? Or are you going to continue to talk down on yourself? Are you going to continue to see your life as something negative instead of just channeling that into a completely different frequency? That's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment down below. Please comment. I really love to hear you guys' thoughts. I love to interact with you all and see what you guys think also about the videos. So please don't forget to comment. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an amazing day. Bye.